Okay, recording's on.
Hello guys, we start our weekly GraphQL Sync Up, and today our host will be Roman Glushko from Matrix. So it's some small recognizing. So Roma, please continue.
Yeah, hello and welcome guys. Today we have a weekly demo for GraphQL project. And as far as I see, we have 4 points in our agenda, which is basically means that Alex, Yaro, and me will be talking about our progress since last week and last meeting. So yeah, let's get it started. Yeah, regarding the first point, in the morning, I usually read Twitter feed. And this time I read about a tweet from Alex where he told that it was his first pull request to this project. And now I'm happy to pass word to you, Alex. So tell us, please, how it was.
Thank you. At least somebody is reading my tweets. That's already made my day. That's very cool. Generally the progress, like the functional of the pull request I made, I showed on last meeting. It was recorded. If somebody interested, you can watch it. Since that, I had not so many time to develop something new, but I can show you. So generally, I made a pull request. With this functionality, I made some code cleaning there. Then checked that everything works again. This pull request, if somebody don't know, is related to the two issues for my account, Mutations. So when customer can change his subscription, and also when customer can update his first name, last name, and email address. And email address update is only with password required in your body. Yep, that generally the pull request that was made, which contains for now only the schema and the resolver itself. I plan to make a test for that also. I'm not sure if I will do it in this pull request scope. Maybe we'll wait till this will be done, and then I will make it with an additional pull request after it. And we already discussed with Valery the failed Travis, which mostly related to the static test. So I will reorganize a little bit, refactor the main resolver method, and we'll put this functionality to another class to make the less dependencies here. So that it looks sexier and much better implemented from the static test point of view. Yep, that's generally all from my side for now. If you have any questions, ask me. But generally, I guess I showed everything last time from the functionality point of view.
Yeah, good, thank you. And that's probably a good step toward enabling email marketing, yeah, for PWA and via GraphQL API. So yeah, thank you for your input. Yeah, looking forward to the next pull request.
Yeah, that will come.
Okay, sounds good. At least this recording is enabling and everything is recorded.
I just yeah.
Got you.
It's a commitment now. Yeah, you got to do it.
It's a commitment now, yeah.
No way.
Okay.
Also, plug in your computer before your battery dies.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, that's also a good point. We'll do it now.
Yeah, if you guys have no question to Alex, I can move word to actually me and share my screen at this time. So yeah, this week I had a chance to work on add simple product to cart feature. So basically this is the first task in adding product to the cart topic. And yeah, what was done is I move and review proposed schema regarding this topic and move it to basically right now it's I have two modules that related to this topic, and the first one is quad GraphQL, which was before me, and here I add additional schema. And yeah, here we have a cart item interface, which will be extended in and will be extended for simple products and rest of products. But my topic will be touching only simple one. And also we have here a type resolver, a custom type resolver, which will which is enabled here, yeah, and also it has concrete implementation that choose exactly what type of cart item should be chosen while all output of GraphQL API is collecting or returning. And from my simple product GraphQL module, which is new for this pull request, I'll add in a new mapping, which means that simple product will be mapped by simple cart item in the GraphQL schema. And here we go. We have this one. Yeah, and also we'll have a resolver for this product specific fields like customizable options. Yeah, and yeah, probably there is nothing new and interesting, just a new mutation and a couple of input interface and output interfaces here, and a couple of interfaces to support customizable options. And right now, I can make it to add a simple product to the cart, and the remaining stuff I need to complete is to make sure that all types of customizable options are enabled by this API, and also make it so that the output data enable showing added customizable options for simple products, simple cart items. And yeah, this is my testing results from my testing of this feature. And also I'm gonna add this bottle to my cart via GraphQL. And now at least one type of customizable options are enabled, which is drop-down options. And also I'm gonna check the input slide here. Yeah, let me close this. Also date types and the rest of type that Magento supports. And also have a couple of questions to Alex Palarush. So probably I'll be able to ask them after the meeting, since he's not with us right now. So yeah, I'm also gonna add a couple of tests for this functionality, and also perform some refactoring of the code. So I'll be having something to show on the next demos. Thank you. Do you have any question about this one? If no, we can go ahead. And yeah, let me stop sharing and pass the word to Yaro. And Yaro was working on validation for cart mutations. So Yaro, please go ahead with your updates.
Hey guys. I'm sharing my screen. All right, so During working with the shopping cart mutations, we have faced with the authorization problem. So the reason is while working with mutations on shopping carts on quote within the scope of GraphQL project, we work with hashed cart ID instead of real cart ID. So I have told about that on my previous demo. So when we work with shopping carts with core functionality with web API, especially with REST, we use hashed cart ID for guest cards, and we use the real integer cart value for the customer cart ID. But if we work with the hashed cart ID, there is one problem. If we create a value, a hashed value for some guest card ID, there is guest card ID or customer ID, there is no verification on the core side, which detects that some card with some hashed ID belongs to some customer. So, for example, if we create an empty card or card with items for some customer using GraphQL, we can perform operations with this card from another customer or as a guest, for example. So if I create some shopping cart with some hashed ID, I can log out and use this hashed ID for performing the operations. And it's like not very good practice. So we decided to introduce a separate interface that performs check that current card it belongs to the logged in customer. So it's a separate interface. We might rename it in the future. It's just a concept. So this interface and the implementation basically checks it gets the quote from the database with the provided hashed ID. It gets the customer ID from this quote and compares this customer ID with the ID of the logged in user. And if it's the card has no customer ID, it's a guest card, we can proceed working with this, the same functionality we have in the core. And if for some reason the customer ID in the card is not the same as the customer ID of the logged in user, we will get false here. And we can proceed as we want. We can throw an exception or so. And this interface, this implementation also can be reused in other shopping cart resolvers that we use within the scope of GraphQL projects. So I really hope that Valera will have a chance to merge these pull requests as soon as possible. And yeah, for example, let's say I have a shopping cart already created, and this shopping cart belongs to customer. So now I have like authorization token. It's correct. I have generated it like 10 minutes ago. So I can apply shopping cart, apply a coupon to the shopping cart. So from the response, we see that the coupon is correct. And let's say I will remove the token and we'll try to perform this operation as a guest. And I have message that operation with this shopping cart is not allowed for me. And the same situation is for removing coupon from shopping cart. If I perform the same operation, it will not allow me to do that. Yep, so that's it. If you have some questions, please let me know.
I've just got one comment real quick. In the error message, I think there's just a small typo. It says card with a D. I think it's supposed to say cart.
Where exactly? Could you?
The error message.
Error message. Yep. Good point. Good spot. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, and I've got one quick question too about this. Just so for my understanding, is I understand that this validator is supposed to be reused whenever a user wants to take an action on the cart.
Yep.
Is it designed to be called every time that a user wants to perform a cart mutation, or is it designed to where you can check it once and then use it for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, actually, it's designed like we can use it everywhere. At the moment, it's used on the resolver level, but we can move it to the upper level, for example, to execute it on every card mutation in the future. So it's completely possible because it's like it doesn't have some relation to resolver or so. It just accepts a quote ID and return the Boolean value, so we can use it everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
we can think together. Maybe we should create some like intermediate layer between resolver and the upper level to perform this check. So I will be glad to help with that. Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking that if there is no reason to call it every single time, so that we can, we don't have to have the impact performance and whatnot. But we can, yeah, let's think about that a little bit more.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Yaro. And the last point in our agenda was supposed to be from Alex Palarush, but he didn't appear. So let's move this point to the next demo in a week.
Yeah.
And yeah, Misha,
Singapore was too much fun that he didn't come back.
There's too high fines. Is he definitely will come back? Are you sure of this?
Nobody knows.
Okay. Did he cross the street on a red light?
Maybe. We'll see.
Misha, I just wanted to ask you, were you with him in Singapore? Maybe you have something to add on this?
No, I wasn't in Singapore. I was on my own trip last week. But we got an update basically that I had somebody else talk about the event, and they were saying that they had several people working on GraphQL specifically during contribution day. I think we've only seen 1 or 2 PRs come through right now, but we'll see if there's any more kind of outstanding ones. Maybe people will be finishing them with time. But so just the update that I know was that people were working on GraphQL, some others were working on PWA, I believe. And so these initiatives are gaining more awareness and more excitement. I think it'll be great if we get other contributors on these things. It'll allow Magento to be bigger and better. So nice. These are all great updates. Yeah, thank you guys for the work from last week. The Roma, what you're doing with adding products to cart, obviously very important fundamental ability that PWA will be able to use on front end. Same with adding and removing coupons from cart. All these things are extremely important and very valuable. So we definitely appreciate your guys' input, and we'll get Alex to give a proper Singapore update next week.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, let's make it together.
Yeah.
And yeah, with that, passing word to Valera. Valera, do we have anything else to discuss, or can we wrap it up?
No, I can say only thank you for great presentation, for great hosting. Thank you, Roma.
You're welcome.
We'll continue our work.
Yeah, let's keep it to go. And yeah, it was great to see you all, guys, and see you next time. Have a great one. Bye.
Cool. Bye. Great work, everybody. See you guys.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
See you. Bye.
See you.